The work you're doing is inspiring. I could imagine a listener saying, I want to get into that field and follow in her footsteps. How would you advise somebody who's thinking that right now in terms of how do I get to do some of this cool research and work that you're involved in?
That's very kind. And if anyone is actually thinking that, I welcome them very much, because there are so many unanswered questions. There are so many remaining problems in this area that need good, thoughtful people working on them to solve them. I will embrace you with open arms if you come to join me in this way. The path that I have taken is not the traditional one for a negotiator. I'm in the academic space, and not even in the traditional negotiations academic space. Getting a PhD and focusing on this research that's the clearest way to have a job like the one that I have. And I do think it is important for more people who really have that toolkit to research in a deliberate, careful, considered way, because I think that these problems are very complicated, can become quite polarizing and partisan, and that we're not going to come up with the best solutions unless we really understand the underlying phenomenon. So I welcome anyone listening who wants to invest in many years of school to do so, because those questions are out there and we need the answers. And that's certainly one way. Another is that so much of this work right now is happening in governments around the world, in consulting firms, and in advocacy organizations. If you are interested in exploring more about hostage taking or hostage diplomacy, but not necessarily from the research side, there are some phenomenal organizations, including a group called Hostage US, including the Foley Foundation, the Bring Our Families Home campaign. These are organizations that work to support hostage families. And there's plenty of government work focused on this problem as well. So I think if hostage taking really strikes an interest for you, there's many different ways in.